Welcome to Archangel Michael Says Daily, a channel dedicated to sharing divine wisdom, spiritual protection, and angelic guidance inspired by Archangel Michael. Today we will be talking about topic the snake in your family has been exposed. You have not found these words by chance. Take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. This moment, right here, right now, is a sacred appointment. An appointment that was arranged long before you even knew you needed it. Your soul, the deepest, most immortal part of you, has led you here because it knows. It has always known that something was wrong, an unnamed heaviness, a causeless sorrow, a series of failures and delays that seemed random, but were far too systematic. You are here not out of fleeting curiosity. You are here because you are ready to hear a truth that may shake the very foundation of your world. But in the end, will radically set you free. This is not an ordinary message. This is a whisper from heaven, a roar of justice, and the key that will unlock the door to the life you were always destined to live. Promise me one thing. Promise Archangel Michael, who stands beside you as you read these words. Promise that you will not ignore, will not dismiss, will not rationalize what you are about to hear. Because once this truth touches your soul, you will never be able to look at your story the same way again. You will see the masks fall, the lies dissolve, and the invisible chains that have bound you for so many years crumble to dust. This is your moment, the moment of truth, the moment of liberation. The message you are receiving is not a random piece of information, floating in the endless ocean of data. It is a sacred arrow, shot from the bow of the Most High, aimed directly at your heart with absolute precision. Your presence here, reading these very words, is not a coincidence, but the result of a divine arrangement, a moment your soul has yearned for, perhaps across countless lifetimes. Understand that this is not a reading. This is a sacred conversation, a call for you to awaken from the long dream of confusion and realize a fateful truth, one capable of reshaping your entire reality. This message does not merely come from a messenger, nor even just from the angelic realms. It comes from the very eyes of God, filtered through the heart of the greatest warrior of light, Archangel Michael. This truth affirms the message's ultimate authenticity and power, placing it above all ordinary words, all human conjecture. Michael is not a distant courier. He is your protector, the one who has begged God for permission to reveal this message just for you. His presence is not an abstract, far-off concept. He is here. He is standing right beside you as you read. That tingling on your skin, the sudden chill down your spine, or the breath that catches in your chest, that is not your imagination. That is your soul gasping at the truth you have always felt but could not prove until now. It is the physical confirmation of a monumental spiritual event taking place. Archangel Michael has served as your silent guardian throughout your most persistent struggles. He has witnessed every tear, every sleepless night, every moment you felt alone and abandoned. He has held you while you cried, and has stood between you and the dark forces you were unaware of. And now, his role is shifting. He is not just a protector, he is the bringer of justice for you. He no longer watches from afar. He is walking with you every step, every moment. Every room you walk into now carries divine authority. This companionship is a promise, a guarantee that you are never, ever alone on your journey to reclaim your truth and your power. He has fought for you when you didn't know your name was under attack, and has whispered your name in the rooms of heaven, advocating for this very moment of rescue. This message is irrefutable proof of the Most High's direct intervention in your life. This is not a random event. It is heaven's answer to the silent prayers, the cries for help from the depths of your soul. God never loses track of his children, and this event is the most vivid testament to his unconditional love and relentless protection. Heaven has had enough. Let that sentence sink deep into your mind. There has been enough betrayal, enough lies, enough toxic energy directed at you. A decision has been made from the highest echelons of the universe. This snake in your family has finally been caught. This means that a higher divine force, an ultimate power, has intervened to end the cycle of manipulation and pain you have so resiliently endured. This is not just a mere exposure. This is a divine rescue. You have been locked in a cycle for years that was never yours to endure, a loop of delays, disappointments, and energy depletion. This message is the trumpet call, heralding the end of that cycle. This intervention carries a profound meaning. Heaven has acted on your behalf. And when heaven acts, no curse, no lie, no enemy can stop it. Your life, from this moment on, no longer moves on a slow, obstacle-ridden human timeline. You are being switched to operate on God's timeline of miracles, acceleration, and perfect alignment. Everything is arranged for the right time, not sooner, not later, but right now. This message comes to you not a moment sooner, not a moment later, but now. And there is a reason why. The universe is never wrong about its timing. Heaven tried to reach you before, through dreams, intuitions, the words of strangers, but you are ready now. This delay was not a failure. It was part of the plan. In fact, this message was delayed 3 times because dark energy tried to block it. But they failed. This not only affirms the power of divine timing, but also shows the importance of this message, so much so that opposing forces had to try to prevent it. But nothing, not even the darkness, can block divine timing. The present moment is a sacred moment, an irreversible shift. If you had known this painful truth too soon, when your spirit was still fragile, it would have crushed you. But now is different. The trials, the pains, the stumbles have forged you. Now that you have been strengthened, it will set you free. The inner preparation and strength you have silently developed over the years have made you capable of fully receiving this truth, turning it into a catalyst for liberation rather than another burden. You have made it this far, and that says it all, that you are ready, that you are strong enough, that you are chosen to hear what many will dismiss out of fear, denial, or pain. Archangel Michael asks you to promise one thing. Promise that you will not ignore what you are about to hear, because if you do, you will never be able to look at your own story the same way again. This is not gossip, it's not drama, but the final warning from the divine court. Every word carries the weight of a verdict. This emphasizes the seriousness and the profound consequences of ignoring this message. To choose to turn your back on this truth is to choose to remain in the prison of deceit. This entire moment demands your full attention. Turn off the distractions. Find a quiet space. Allow your mind and soul to be fully immersed. This message is described as the final warning before a wave of divine justice hits your betrayer, and a flood of blessings rains down on you. This shows that listening, understanding, and acting on this message is critically important. An essential stepping stone for you to enter the next phase of your life, a phase where justice is served and blessings are bestowed without limit. Make no mistake in thinking this is just a generic spiritual message. No, this is your private letter sent from heaven. The ultimate purpose of this message is not just to expose a betrayal. That is only the first step. The real goal is to unlock your power. You have been chained for too long by invisible forces, buried emotions, and karmic weight that was not yours to carry. Imagine you have been carrying a backpack full of rocks without knowing it, and today, Michael has come to cut the straps. Now, everything is being lifted. This is a divine rescue, a true spiritual deliverance. You have been locked in a cycle for years that was never yours to endure. The snake has kept you busy with pain while God had blessings on the other side of the door. And here is the greatest news of all. The door is already open. You just have to walk through it. Once you allow the truth to pour into your spirit like thunder rolling over a stormy sea, you will feel a release in your body. Something inside of you will click. And once it does, nothing and no one can manipulate you again. This message is your ticket to freedom. It is not just a message of betrayal. It is a miracle message. And your miracle begins the moment you accept the truth and walk out of the trap. You will no longer be a victim or a survivor. You will rise in your true identity, a warrior of light. Divine intervention is not always silent. When Archangel Michael stands beside you, his energy will interact with your energy field. You might feel a tingling on your skin, as if a gentle electric current is running through your body. The sudden gasp for breath you might experience is also a sign that your soul is recognizing the truth, an acknowledgement at a cellular level. After you have fully opened your heart to this message and let the truth permeate every corner of your soul, you will feel a release in your body. This experience is unique to each person. You might weep, not out of sadness, but with tears of release, washing away years of suppression. Or you might become still, a profound peace enveloping you as the internal battle finally ends. In the next 24 hours, pay attention to your body. You may feel strange sensations, light pressure on your shoulders, the hands of angels, warmth around your head, your halo being activated, tingling in your hands, healing energy flowing through. This is not your imagination, but angelic healing activating within you. These sensations are tangible proof of the transformation and divine intervention taking place. Soon, you will feel lighter in your body. Your skin might get brighter. Strangers may compliment your energy. Animals may stare at you longer. These are the signs that your vibration is being elevated. Your preparation for this message began long before today. It started with questions. Have you ever wondered why your plans kept falling apart right on the edge of success? Why every time you were about to reach a goal, an unexpected event would occur? pushing you back to square one. Have you ever wondered why certain people always seemed to bring chaos into your peace? Every time you felt stable, they would appear with a story, a problem, a criticism, and stir everything up. Have you ever wondered why your inner light kept flickering even when you tried so hard to shine? You felt your potential, but some invisible force seemed to be trying to extinguish it. These questions are not paranoia. They are echoes from your intuition, your soul's attempts to alert you to the manipulation and obstruction you have been facing. You may have felt like you were being watched by someone close, but not in a good way. Or every time something good happened to you, they had a way of downplaying it or twisting it, or suddenly starting some drama that made the moment about them instead of you. That is psychic manipulation, the snake's favorite trick. The fact that you recognized and questioned these things shows that your mind has begun to seek the truth, and you are ready to receive it. The fact that you found this message, that you are reading these very lines, is not because you are curious, but because you were destined to. Your soul signed a contract to be awakened at this time. Heaven tried to reach you before, but you are ready now, ready to know the truth, no matter how painful, ready to know the name of the betrayer, ready to cut the cord of a toxic relationship, ready to breathe without being spiritually suffocated. Your soul has been waiting for this for years, maybe lifetimes. You have kept reading, you have stayed, and this very act of persistence is the most powerful testament to your readiness. It proves you are strong enough. You are chosen to hear what many will dismiss out of fear, denial, or pain. You have crossed an invisible threshold, and now your soul is finally allowed to breathe. Feel that. The air feels different, lighter, calmer, more spacious. This is not just an emotion or imagination. It is your spiritual space cleansing itself, finally making room for the blessings, the opportunities, and the authentic relationships that have been trying to reach you for years. Now, we enter the eye of the storm. The message from Archangel Michael does not only bring light and liberation. First, it must expose the darkness, a devastating truth. One of the most painful a person can face has been wrapped in smiles, hugs, and sweet lies. This truth does not concern a distant enemy, a competitor, or a stranger. It concerns someone you love, someone you trust, someone who has played the part perfectly. This is not a simple betrayal, but a systematic, sophisticated betrayal coming from the very place you considered safest. This is the hardest part of the truth to swallow. The betrayer, the saboteur, the one who has secretly prayed for your downfall, is called the snake. The most terrifying, horrific thing is this. This snake is in your family. They are not a casual friend or a colleague. They are a family member, someone who shares your bloodline, or is considered family through a close bond. Someone who has laughed with you, sat with you at meals, prayed beside you, and promised you loyalty. They are the person you would probably call in a crisis, the person you have shared your deepest secrets, your hopes, and your fears with. You have placed your complete trust and affection in them, seeing them as a pillar in your life. It is this very closeness that makes the betrayal so cruel and unimaginably hard to accept. The message painfully emphasizes that the person you trusted the most, the one who pretended the best, that is the snake. Face this truth. A family member, someone whose voice you trusted, whose hug you cherished, has venom in their heart. Realizing this is a shock to the core, because it shatters the most fundamental beliefs about safety, love, and loyalty in the environment that should have been your strongest refuge. The term snake is not used randomly. It is a powerful metaphor, carefully chosen to describe the nature of this betrayer. A snake evokes images of deception, cunning, and hidden danger, just as a venomous snake can camouflage itself perfectly with its surroundings. This betrayer has played the part perfectly, hiding in plain sight. They do not openly oppose you. Instead, they are covered in concern, drenched in fake prayers. Their disguise is so perfect that no one, including you, could have suspected. The image of the snake also implies the ability to harm silently, slowly, and unexpectedly. They do not attack head-on. They strike when you are most off guard. They have been silently growing in your blind spot until now. That blind spot is your trust, your love for them. They have used your very best qualities to hide their venom. This explains why you found it so hard to identify the source of your problems. You looked for enemies everywhere, but never suspected that the biggest enemy was sitting at the same table, smiling and asking about your day. This betrayer is a master actor. They have created a perfect role, a false persona designed to lull all suspicion to sleep. They appear as the most caring person, the most loyal supporter. They frequently ask, "Are you okay?" They say, "I'm here for you." They laughed with you, sat with you at meals, prayed beside you, and promised you eternal loyalty. All these actions were a meticulously staged play to cover up their true intentions. This is false loyalty at its highest level. They are masters of the art of being two-faced, smiling to your face and betraying you the moment you turn your back. They are the ones who have smiled through their own betrayal and who have clung to people who never clapped for you, because the negative energy of those people resonated with their own phoniness. This hypocrisy is one of the most painful aspects, as it poisons the very concept of love and trust, making you question every relationship in your life. Now, let's pull back the velvet curtain of that play. Hidden behind every "Are you okay?" was a venomous whisper, "I hope you fail." Behind every promise of "I'm here for you" was a secret plan to see you break. They didn't just wish you misfortune, they actively worked to make it happen. They have been praying for your failure in secret, while pretending to be your biggest supporter in public. This is the complete opposition between words and actions, between appearance and true intent. Their actions were not limited to negative thoughts. They have fed your name to dark energy. This means they have actively used your name in curses, in malicious intentions, sending out negative energy frequencies with the aim of harming you. They have performed spiritual actions, whether unconsciously or consciously, to block your path. Every lie was not just a lie. It was a brick, carefully laid by them to build the wall that blocked you from happiness and success. The snake is an expert in psychic manipulation. They know how to sow doubt, create chaos, and disorient you without leaving a trace. Every time something good happened to your promotion, a new relationship, a personal achievement they had a way of downplaying or twisting it. They might say, "Oh, that's great, but can you handle the pressure?" or "Congratulations." But don't forget the risks involved. Even more subtly, they would suddenly start some drama that made the moment about them instead of you. For example, right after you shared good news, they would suddenly have a personal crisis, a sad story, an urgent problem that required everyone's attention. In this way, they stole your spotlight, turning your joy into a side event. This is the snake's favorite trick. This manipulation did not just affect your emotions in the moment. It gradually eroded your joy, your confidence, and your self-esteem. They worked so hard to keep you distracted with suffering, chaos, and false loyalty. Their ultimate goal was to dim you, to prevent you from shining to your full potential. Because your light exposed their darkness. Why? Why would a loved one do this? This question may torment you. The message from Michael offers some answers, not to excuse them, but for you to understand and free yourself from confusion. The deepest motive of the snake often stems from their own inner emptiness and insecurity. Perhaps they were jealous of your light. That light is your talent, your kindness, your resilience, or simply the favor the universe has for you. Perhaps they hated how the universe favored you because it reminded them of what they felt. They lacked. Or perhaps they simply could not stand that you were chosen while they felt forgotten. They saw you being blessed, loved, and successful, and instead of being happy for you, they felt it as a personal insult. Their betrayal was a desperate attempt to pull you down to their level of misery. Your light scared them, your peace unnerved them, your resilience bothered their demons. They couldn't build themselves up, so they chose to destroy someone else. They tried to dim you because deep down they know you are the one chosen to break the generational chains, a mission they lacked the ability or courage to undertake. Here is a paradoxical but incredibly important truth. The snake doesn't hate you because you are weak. They target you because they know what you carry. They do not attack mediocre people. They attack those who carry great potential within them. Deep down, at a soul level, they know your soul has the power to change timelines, generations, bloodlines. They see the brilliant light you carry, even when you yourself have not yet realized it. Their goal was clear: to exhaust you before you realized it. They had to extinguish your flame before it erupted into a fire. Therefore, this betrayal, ironically, is a recognition, albeit a negative one, of the immense potential you possess. You are more powerful than you were ever told, and this power scares those who wear false masks. So they worked so hard to keep you distracted with suffering, chaos, and false loyalty, all to keep you in a weakened position where you could never discover and unleash your true power. The existence of the snake is not just a nuisance. It is a type of spiritual cancer which has metastasized and affected every aspect of your life. If you have ever wondered why your plans kept falling apart right on the edge of success, this is why. You had prepared meticulously. You had worked hard. Everything seemed to be going in the right direction. And then, at the last minute, an unforeseen obstacle appeared. A contract was cancelled. A partner withdrew. A foolish mistake was made. This was not bad luck. The betrayal didn't just happen. It was cultivated and grown silently in your blind spot until now. You have been struggling with strange delays, with inexplicable obstructions. Every time you started to rise, something pulled you back. The negative energy and silent curses from the snake created a field of resistance around you, deflecting your efforts and delaying the successes you deserved. The venom of the snake did not just target your career or finances. It spread everywhere. It blocked your relationships, it blocked your money, it blocked your health, your peace, your intuition. Think back. Did your good relationships often end abruptly and inexplicably? Did your cash flow often get stuck unexpectedly? Did your health often decline without a clear medical reason? Was your inner peace easily shattered? Did your intuition feel clouded, making it hard for you to make decisions? This is the comprehensive impact of a curse, a constant psychic attack. They have spoken curses over your life, not necessarily with complex rituals, but with the very malicious intentions, jealousy, and hatred that were nurtured daily. That energy, like a dark cloud, has enveloped you, polluting every aspect of your life and preventing the light of blessings from shining through. This person has been draining your energy for a very long time. This is perhaps the most obvious symptom. That is why you felt exhausted after talking to them. Even if the conversation seemed normal, you might enter a conversation feeling happy and full of energy. But after just a few minutes, you feel as if the life has been sucked out of your body. Your energy has been stolen. They are master energy vampires, but disguised under the cover of a loved one. You have suffered in silence for too long and have watered the desert with your tears, wondering why you always felt tired, heavy, and depleted. The heaviness around your spirit was not due to depression or weakness. It was the burden of constantly fighting an invisible energy attack. And the good news is that burden is now lifting. This is perhaps the most devastating damage. The ultimate goal of the snake was for you to forget who you are so you would never remember what you were destined to be. They didn't just want you to fail. They wanted you to believe you are a failure. They worked so hard to keep you distracted with suffering, chaos, and false loyalty. Their constant manipulation has sown toxic seeds of self-doubt in you. You began to question your worth. You began to believe love was pain. Because the person who should have loved you the most was the one causing the most suffering, you had to smile through the betrayal and cling to people who never clapped for you. Because you were programmed to seek approval from toxic sources. This has led to deep spiritual confusion. The snake wanted you to doubt yourself, to doubt your abilities, your worth, and even your sanity. But the message from Michael comes to shatter this lie. You must understand this. You were never the broken one in essence. You are not the one with the problem. You were the blessed one, surrounded by broken intentions. This truth will help you completely redefine yourself and escape the false concepts that the betrayer has painstakingly sown in your mind for so many years. The moment you are experiencing is not just the identification of a problem. It is the beginning of a powerful counterattack from heaven. Your silent battle has been heard. The Most High has decided that the time of injustice is over. It is time to end the manipulation expose the liar, and bring justice to his beloved child. Archangel Michael, with the sword of truth in his hand, is the one entrusted to execute this divine will, clearing the path for your complete liberation. Heaven has had enough. Let this sentence echo in your soul. It's not that you have had enough, but that the entire celestial realm has had enough of what you have endured. A decision has been made at the highest level of existence. A divine verdict has been issued. They will not be allowed to harm you anymore. This is not an empty promise. This is a declaration of absolute protection and the immediate termination of the snake's power over your life. Engrave this in your mind. When heaven acts, no curse, no lie, no enemy can stop it. Their power has been neutralized. You are no longer being spiritually manipulated by the snake. The battle is over. The snake has already been removed spiritually, and you are just watching the final scene play out in the physical world. Imagine it as a play. The villain's role has ended backstage, and now you are just watching them perform their final scenes on stage. The last desperate acts before the curtain falls. This brings immense comfort, because you know that the hardest part of the war has been won in a higher realm. And what you are about to witness is just the inevitable manifestation of that victory. Intangible reality. The snake's plan has failed. Heaven has intervened. This message was sent to you not a moment sooner, not a moment later, but now. The reason is simple. There is a divine time for every event. In the universe, the fact that this message was delayed 3 times because dark energy tried to block it. But they failed is not to frighten you, but for you to realize its importance. A message with the power to change a life so profoundly that opposing forces had to try everything to stop it from reaching you. But their efforts were futile. You are reading it now because nothing, not even the darkness, can block divine timing. This truth emphasizes that you are in the right place at the right time to receive this revelation. This is not a coincidence. This is destiny. If you feel that you are behind, that you have wasted too much time, banish that thought immediately. You are not behind. You are not late. Everything that seemed delayed was actually divinely timed. That delay was necessary for you to be forged, for you to be strong enough to receive this truth and use it as a weapon of liberation. Archangel Michael is not a passive observer. He is a warrior, and you are the one he protects. He is the one who is standing right beside you as you read this, enveloping you in his protective energy field. He is the one who begged God for permission to reveal this message just for you, acting as your defense attorney before the celestial court. He has stood beside you in every silent battle, battles you didn't even know you were in. He saw what they did and held you while you cried, silently sharing your pain. He has fought for you when you didn't know your name was under attack. Imagine the arrows of negative energy, the curses shot at you in secret, and Michael using his shield of light to block them. He has whispered your name in the rooms of heaven, tirelessly advocating for this intervention, ensuring that justice would be served for you. Now, Michael's role shifts from defense to offense. He declares, this snake in your family has finally been caught. He has stood before them spiritually, directly confronting their dark energy with his blinding light. This is a confrontation the snake could never win. He is the one who brings justice to you. Michael's sword of truth has cut the final cord. Imagine a toxic energy cord, connecting you to the betrayer, through which they have drained your life force and sown chaos into your life. Michael's sword of light has slashed that cord, freeing you permanently from their influence. And he not only reveals the truth, he also guides you on how to handle it wisely. You do not need revenge. You do not need to confront. You do not need to expose them. Your rising is the justice. Your peace is the punishment. Your growth is the sword. This advice contains profound divine wisdom. It guides you to focus on what matters most, your personal growth and inner peace, instead of getting stuck in a cycle of anger, hatred, or revenge emotions that will only drain you further. You are encouraged to let your success speak for itself. Your peace and happiness will be the most painful punishment for someone who lives on jealousy. The truth is, the betrayer already knows. The snake already knew something was about to shift. That's why they've been acting anxious lately, strange, distant, or overly sweet. On a subconscious level, their soul senses Michael's presence, feels the sword of justice pointed at them. That is the reason for their recent unusual behavior. They might suddenly become extremely kind, give gifts, apologize for trivial things, or conversely, become irritable and distant for no reason. These behaviors are the very signs that they have been caught spiritually. Archangel Michael has stood before them. The exposure has begun in the energetic and spiritual realms. Before it manifests clearly in the physical world, the snake has already been removed spiritually. Now you are just watching the final scene play out in the physical world. This provides the peace of mind that the hardest part of the war has been won by the forces of light, and the rest is just its inevitable manifestation. This is good news. You do not need to become a detective. You do not need to go investigating, digging, or confronting. Michael promises that the snake's name will be fully revealed without you searching for it. The universe and the divine forces will ensure the truth is exposed naturally, clearly, and irrefutably. This truth may come in various ways. It could be a phone call or a text message from a third party, accidentally revealing a secret. It could be a dream so vivid you know it's not imagination, or simpler still, you might see their name flash in your mind right after reading this message. You may hear something about them that shocks you. You may just wake up and feel lighter, and know that the burden named them has been lifted. Trust the process. Clarity is on its way to you. As the truth begins to be exposed, something magical will happen in your mind. Situations that used to confuse you will suddenly make sense. Like the pieces of a giant puzzle, they will automatically fall into place. You will remember conversations from the past, words that seemed harmless but now carry a completely different meaning. You will remember the looks, the fleeting glances of jealousy or malice that you previously dismissed. You will review moments of failure, delay, and realize the snake's role in them. The puzzle pieces will fall into place one by one. Shocking clarity may come, perhaps through dreams, perhaps through conversations, even through the slip-ups of people who never meant to confess. Heaven is working through various channels to hand you the final pieces so you can close the door for good. This process will bring you a deep enlightenment, helping you see the big picture, understand the meaning of past suffering and confusion, and finally, set you free from them. To help you trust this process, heaven will send clear signs and confirmations. As mentioned, observe the person you suspect closely. The snake already knew something was about to shift. That's why they've been acting anxious lately, strange, distant, or overly sweet. Fake apologies, sudden gifts, unexpected phone calls. These behaviors are not a genuine change of heart. They are expressions of fear. They feel their control slipping away and are desperately trying to regain it, or to soothe their conscience. Watch closely for these behaviors, but do not be deceived by them. Archangel Michael says that the moment you accept this truth, you will be surrounded by divine signs. The universe will begin to speak to you in the language of symbols. Birds will act strangely around you. You will see repeating numbers 111, 222, 444. You will have dreams that feel more real than life. In particular, in one of those signs, the snake's name will be fully revealed without you searching for it. Pay attention to a specific sign. You will see the number 7 appear constantly. Right after this, 707 on the clock. A price of 77,000. A license plate with 777. That is not a coincidence. It is confirmation. The number 7 is heaven's number of completion. It means the cycle is over. It is also a promise that what was taken from you is now being returned sevenfold. The most powerful sign will come from within you. You will feel a peace, not the forced kind, but the earned kind. The kind that comes from surviving what was meant to break you and still rising. When this truth starts to unfold, you will feel like the universe is finally on your side. When the puzzle pieces fall into place, don't ask, just know it is divine justice unfolding. And finally, trust your first instinct as you read this message. A name may have flashed in your mind. Do not dismiss it. Your soul has always known. And now your conscious mind does too. Be brave enough to say that name in your heart. That first name that came up is the snake. The exposure of the betrayer is not just an act of justice from the outside. It is the catalyst for a revolution from within. This is not the time to wallow in the pain of the truth, but to use that truth as a sledgehammer, shattering the invisible chains that have imprisoned you. You are entering a phase of spiritual liberation, a powerful awakening that will remove you from toxic influences and allow you to reconnect with your true, radiant, and powerful self. This process requires a conscious choice and will lead to a complete transformation, changing not only you, but also your environment. Archangel Michael speaks a powerful sentence. You have been locked in a cycle for years that was never yours to endure. Read that sentence again. The pain, the disappointment, the feeling of being stuck that you have experienced, much of it was not yours. You have been unintentionally carrying someone else's burden. Much of the pain and difficulty in your life was not the result of your personal karma or your mistakes, but of the manipulation, jealousy, and negative energy that the snake projected onto you. Now, everything is being lifted. Imagine a lifting force from heaven gently raising from your shoulders not only your own sadness, but also the karmic weight that was not yours to carry. This is a true spiritual deliverance, a release from invisible forces, buried emotions, and karmic weight that was not yours to carry. Realizing that these burdens were never yours to bear will bring immense relief, freeing you from guilt and giving you a completely new perspective on your life. Why did blessings always seem to elude you? Why did opportunities always come and go? The answer is simple. The snake has kept you busy with pain while God had blessings on the other side of the door. The presence of the betrayer in your life did not just cause pain. It was a deliberate distraction. They created one crisis after another, one drama after another, so that you never had enough time, energy, or peace to see and seize the opportunities the universe had prepared for you. They worked so hard to keep you distracted with suffering, chaos, and false loyalty. Now, with the snake neutralized, that distraction also disappears. You are freed from the pain that has paid its dues and the silent seasons you had to endure. You can finally stand before the door of blessings, no longer hindered by anyone, and ready to step through when this truth truly sinks in, when you accept it without a doubt. You will feel a release in your body. This release is not an abstract concept. It is a physical experience. You might weep uncontrollably, as if a dam of emotions suppressed for years has finally burst. Or you might become still, a profound peace that you have never felt before. Something inside of you will click. It is the moment your mind, heart, and soul simultaneously recognize the truth. The feeling of the pressure in your chest is loosening, and the heaviness around your spirit is lifting. Are the clearest signs. You will feel as if you have just taken off a heavy suit of armor you didn't even know you were wearing. The air feels different, lighter, calmer, more spacious. This is not imagination. It is your spiritual space cleansing itself, finally making room for what has been trying to reach you for years. Today, clarity comes. The fog of confusion, self-doubt, and self-blame that has clouded your mind for years will begin to dissipate. It will be replaced by a vision so clear and sharp, it's astonishing. When the truth pours into your spirit like thunder rolling over a stormy sea, you will feel a click inside, and from that moment, nothing and no one can manipulate you again. You will realize that your intuition was always right, but it was blocked, jammed by the betrayer's toxic energy. Now, heaven is upgrading your spiritual antenna. You will notice things others can't. You will feel the truth before it is spoken. You will begin to feel energy even in the silence. This is not paranoia. This is discernment, an upgraded spiritual ability. From now on, your inner compass will work perfectly. If something feels off, it is. No explanation needed. No proof required. Your feeling is the truth. When you cut the toxic cord and can finally take a clean spiritual breath, unchoked by anyone, you will finally meet the real version of yourself. The one who has been patiently waiting behind all this pain. This betrayal was the breakthrough in disguise, because without it, you would never have had the motivation to dig deep and find your true self. The version of you that was buried under the lies, the old version of you, the one who endured too much, the one who doubted their worth, the one who believed love was pain. That version is retired. Say goodbye to that person with gratitude, for they helped you survive. But now, a new you is awakening, a stronger you, a wiser you, a healed you. You will experience a version of yourself you have never met, one who is bold, grounded, radiant, undeniable, one who does not chase peace, but carries it as a part of them. Liberation is not an entirely passive process. Heaven has opened the door, but you must be the one to walk through it. Although the snake has been caught spiritually, Archangel Michael needs you to choose to see it. He needs you to choose freedom. Liberation is not just an event that happens to you. It is a conscious decision you must make every day. You must understand, this betrayal didn't just block your relationships. It blocked your money. It blocked your health, your peace, your intuition. This is your final defining moment. Will you take the truth and rise with it? Or will you walk away, afraid of what will happen when you actually step into your power? Archangel Michael is waiting for you to say, yes, I am ready now. This, yes, is your consent, your permission for the miracle to begin. Words have creative power. Archangel Michael wants you to say this out loud now as your soul awakens. To anchor the energy of liberation into physical reality, I release every soul who pretended to love to block my way. I forgive, but I no longer carry. I bless them with distance, and I walk in my truth. I am free now, and I claim my divine inheritance. These words may seem simple, but they carry power, and heaven listens to them. This is a powerful liberation ritual, a declaration of independence for your soul. It cuts the old energy cords and affirms your freedom. You are also encouraged to say this blessing out loud. I am no longer afraid of who I am becoming. I forgive what hurt me, but I release what tried to destroy me. I welcome the version of me who knows peace, speaks power, and carries God's light. The snake is gone. The lie is broken. My life is free. I am ready. Faith without action is like a prayer unheard. You must take the next step. What is that action? It is to live like a free person. Do not dismiss this. Do not assume this is just another message. It's not. It's the final warning. Now that you know, it is time to act. This action includes being still, listening, observing. Trust your inner urges. You will be guided every decision you make now, when made from a place of peace and alignment, will flow. You do not have to guess anymore. Just listen, trust, move. Consciously walking in the truth means trusting your upgraded intuition, setting boundaries, and choosing what brings you peace, even when it's unfamiliar. The change within you will create ripples that spread out into the external world. As your vibration rises, you will become incompatible with lower energies. Therefore, you may start to feel certain people pull away after this. Let them go. Do not hold on. Their spirit can no longer be near yours once the truth enters the room. When your energy shifts into alignment, the people who were once comfortable, feeding off your confusion, will panic. They are used to the old version of you, the one who was easy to manipulate, the one who always felt guilty. They will feel the light growing in you and try to pull you back into old roles, old habits, old pains. Do not go back. At the same time, people with pure hearts will begin to notice how people treat you differently, not out of fear, but out of recognition. They will see the light in you. They will feel your soul has shifted, and it has. You have activated something ancient within you, a light that no human can give and no demon can take away. A strange phenomenon may occur. The person who once ignored your pain will suddenly want to confess. People who stood by and watched you suffer, or even participated in isolating you, may feel an inexplicable urge to come to you and speak the truth. This is a side effect of the truth being exposed in the spiritual realm. However, you are warned to not mistake their attention for affection. Heaven is showing you the shift, but don't be distracted. Keep your eyes on the truth. Their confession is to free themselves, not to heal you. You will begin to feel certain people pull away after this. Let them go. This is a necessary purification process. Falsity only feels safe in the dark, and you, dear one, are now holding a torch that cannot be dimmed. People who cannot stand. Your light will automatically leave when your energy shifts into alignment. The people who were once comfortable feeding off your confusion will panic. They will try to pull you back. Stand firm. The version of you that tolerated that no longer exists. You are no longer a dumping ground for their toxicity. Your space is now sacred. After the darkness of betrayal is repelled by the light of truth, the dawn will come. And this is no ordinary dawn. You are entering a season of miracles. This is the time of divine restitution, when the blessings that were delayed, blocked, and stolen for so long will be redirected to you instantly with astonishing speed and scale. This restoration is not just the return of what was lost. It is a manifold increase, because in the economy of heaven, what heaven delays, it multiplies. The pain you endured was not in vain. It was the very soil that was tilled to prepare for a bountiful harvest of blessings. Imagine an invisible dam that was built by the snake, blocking the river of blessings from flowing into your life. This message, along with Michael's sword, has broken that dam. Now, Archangel Michael says that the delayed blessings are being redirected to you instantly. That river is not just flowing again, it is flooding in, carrying with it everything that has been pent up for years. The snake has kept you busy with pain while God had blessings on the other side of the door. But here is the miracle. The door is already open, you just have to walk through it. This shows that what you desire, what you deserve, has always been there, ready and waiting for you. It was only obscured by manipulation and negative energy. Everything that was stolen your confidence, your clarity, your joy. Your purpose is coming back, and not just back, but overflowing. Why? Because you have paid your dues in pain. Now comes the miracle. You have completed the challenging part, and now it is time to reap the rewards of that extraordinary resilience. Forget the concept of linear human time. Your life is no longer moving on a human timeline. You are operating on divine time. What does this mean? It means sudden acceleration and supernatural alignment. What used to take months or years will now take days. This is not hyperbole. This is the power of divine alignment. When you have removed the biggest obstacle, everything will flow with ease and speed. 1 year of God's favor can reverse 20 years of pain. This is called compressed restoration. The universe will compensate you for the lost years, not at a 1-to-1 ratio, but exponentially. The opportunities you should have had in the last 10 years might come to you in a rush. Within the next 10 months, what once came to destroy you has now become the foundation for your purpose. The deeper the foundation, the higher the building can rise. Blessings will come in many forms, touching every area of your life that was once wounded. One of the first areas to be liberated is finances. A financial blessing is on its way, not through striving, but through divine alignment. This means money will find its way to you unexpectedly and easily. It may appear in the form of a contract you didn't expect, an unexpected text message about an investment opportunity, a long-lost inheritance suddenly found, or a debt that has been miraculously cleared. It will show up when you least expect it, and it will only have one explanation: God did this. The snake thought they stopped your growth, but they only delayed it. And what heaven delays, it multiplies. This means your fortune will not just return to normal. It will multiply beyond what you would have had. You will not just rise, but rise bigger than you would have if they had not tried to hold you down. The greatest blessings are not always measurable in money. Everything that was stolen, your confidence, your clarity, your joy, your purpose is coming back, and not just back, but overflowing. The betrayal caused spiritual confusion, but now clarity comes. You will know exactly who you are, what you want, and where you need to go. You will no longer have to explain your worth, because you will exude an undeniable energy of confidence. You will no longer have to chase love, because love begins to find you where peace resides. Joy will no longer be a fleeting emotion you have to try to hold onto. It will become your natural state. And most importantly, your life's purpose, the reason you were born, will become clear as day. Peace is no longer a struggle. It is a standard where love doesn't come with conditions. It comes with clarity. Where money isn't chased, it flows. Where spiritual protection isn't just prayed for, it is guaranteed. Heaven does not just take away what is toxic. It will replace it with something infinitely better. Archangel Michael reveals wonderful news. Heaven has already been speaking to the soul of someone new. Someone who does not need to be taught how to treat you. Someone who will not just want to stay, but will choose you every day without reminders, ultimatums, or tests. This person, who could be a life partner, a soulmate, or a business partner, was always part of your path, but they could not rive, while your energy was still living in the past and tied to the betrayer. Now that you are free, the path is clear for them to enter. Expect divine replacements now. The people, opportunities, and blessings that match your healed energy will begin to appear. You will no longer have to chase. Your spirit will attract what your pain once repelled. You will no longer have to beg for love, because love begins to find you where peace resides. To truly embrace this season of miracles, you need to change your perspective on the past. This is one of the most liberating truths. Archangel Michael says, the pain was not your punishment, it was your preparation. Let that sink in. The universe was not punishing you. The universe was training you. Every tear watered the future you are about to walk into. Every sleepless night bent time in your favor. Every act of love you gave, even when you received nothing in return, was witnessed by heaven, and now it is being returned to you multiplied, purified, blessed beyond logic. This completely changes the way you view past difficulties, transforming them from scars of failure into medals of resilience, crucial stepping stones for future growth and blessings. This betrayal was the breakthrough in disguise. Do not miss the deeper blessing. On the surface, it was a traumatic event, but on a deeper level, that very act of betrayal, however painful, was the tool heaven used to push you to a higher level of awareness and power. Without that shock, you might have remained in a state of spiritual hibernation forever. The snake was not sent to destroy you. They were only permitted to reveal you. Every betrayal, every manipulation, every lie they whispered behind your back, it all led to this moment of divine clarity. And here is the ultimate truth. They thought they were breaking you, but God was using them to wake you. Do not mourn what God has removed. Mourn what would have happened if He hadn't. Try to imagine what your life would be like if this intervention had not occurred. You would continue to be drained of energy, continue to be manipulated, continue to be blocked from every opportunity. That person, that energy, that soul wearing a mask pretending to be your family, your friend, your supporter was holding back your blessings like a wall, blocking your breakthroughs with smiling sabotage. But not anymore. The wall has crumbled, and everything heaven has for you is now coming in fast. You will understand why it didn't work out, why they walked away, why the pain had to happen, why you had to go through silent seasons, because without the darkness, you would not have recognized your own light. One of the most immediate and noticeable results of this liberation is the restoration and increase of your energy. This snake has been draining your energy for a very long time. But now, with the energy vampire removed, expect your energy to come back like a waterfall, because now no one is stealing it. You will wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, full of life. You will have the energy to pursue your passions, to complete your work, and to enjoy life. You will feel lighter in your body soon. Your skin might get brighter. Strangers may compliment your energy. Animals may stare at you longer. These are the signs that your vibration is being elevated. You are not just getting back the energy you lost. You are being upgraded to a higher energy frequency, attracting what aligns with your divine self. Heaven is upgrading your spiritual antenna. Use it. Do not doubt it. Your channel of communication with the spiritual realm is being cleared and amplified. You will notice things others can't. You will feel the truth before it is spoken. You will begin to feel energy even in the silence. Your ability to discern will become sharp. You will be able to sense the true intention behind a person's words. If something feels off, it is. You will no longer need external proof to validate your feelings. You have alignment now. That is all the authority you need. Your intuition will become your most reliable compass, guiding you safely and wisely through every situation. This transformation will not be silent. Your glow-up will be public. The people who once betrayed you will have to witness your ascension. As your vibration increases, you will automatically become a magnet, attracting experiences, people, and opportunities of the same high frequency. You are attracting what aligns with your divine self. No more confusion, no more doubt, no more cycles. You no longer beg for love because love begins to find you where peace resides. Your spirit will attract what your pain once repelled. This is the law of attraction at its highest level, activated by your spiritual healing and liberation. Once the truth has been exposed and the healing process has begun, you will enter a critically important phase, learning to establish and maintain firm boundaries. This is not an act of revenge, hatred, or bitterness. It is an act of self-respect, wisdom, and protection of the most precious gift you have just been given back, your sacred energy and peaceful space. This ensures that you will never, ever return to the old cycles of suffering. The betrayer will not disappear in silence. When they feel exposed and lose control, they will try to use their old tricks. Prepare yourself. The person who betrayed you will try to blame or deny or cry. They will say you misunderstood, that you are too sensitive, or they will play the victim, complaining about their own hardships to arouse your pity. These are the manipulative tactics they have successfully used in the past. But you are different now. Michael warns, do not fall for it. They had their chances. They were warned. They kept going. Heaven gave them many opportunities to change, but they did not. The apology may still come. The text, the long voice. Note, I have been through so much speech, but you already know what they are going to say. You already know how they talk when they feel cornered. You know how they play the victim just enough to keep the guilt off their hands. With your newfound clarity, you will see through these plays. Do not participate in them. A natural human reaction might be to want to confront, to expose, to make them pay. But Archangel Michael offers a higher path, a much more powerful form of justice. You do not need revenge. You do not need to confront. You do not need to expose them. Your rising is the justice. Your peace is the punishment. Your growth is the sword. This is a profound teaching. The fact that you live well, live happily, live peacefully and successfully is the most eloquent answer. Let the snake watch. Let them see how high you rise. For someone who lives on jealousy, there is nothing more painful than having to witness the person they tried to destroy shining brightly, because nothing they did, no curse, no lie, no spell could stop what God had planned for you. Focus your energy on building your new life, instead of wasting it on destroying the past. Forgiveness is an often misunderstood concept. Here is how to forgive in a divine way. Forgiveness is divine, but access must be earned, and they have lost that privilege. This is an extremely important distinction. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Forgiveness does not mean you have to allow them back into your life to continue hurting you. Forgiveness is an internal act. You forgive them in your heart, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be at peace. You forgive to free yourself from the burden of anger, resentment, and bitterness, negative emotions that will only poison you. But the right to be in your life, the right to access your energy, is a privilege, not a right. And they have lost that privilege through their actions. Let them go and let heaven handle what you can't. Perform the act of liberation consciously. Say this powerful declaration again. With all your determination, this declaration is a powerful act to cut any remaining negative energy cords. You bless them with distance, meaning you wish them to find their own peace. But in a place far from you, the words may seem simple, but they carry power, and heaven listens to them. From now on, you are the gatekeeper of your own space. Change how you see yourself. Your energy is no longer an open field. It is a sacred temple, and not everyone deserves access. Let that sentence sink in. A temple is a sacred place which needs to be kept clean and respected. Not everyone is allowed to enter. You have the right to decide who gets in and who must stay outside. Let that sink in. Not everyone deserves access. This applies to everyone, not just the betrayer. You will become more sensitive to energy, and you must learn to trust your feelings. If someone makes you feel tired or insecure, you have the right to limit your contact with them. You have to protect what is about to enter your life. The blessings, the new relationships, the new opportunities. They need a clean space to flourish. The greatest enemy of this newfound freedom is your own old habits. You cannot allow old habits to sneak back in, like the habit of feeling guilty, the habit of putting others' needs before your own, the habit of trying to explain or justify others' behavior. You cannot allow guilt to trick you into reopening doors that heaven has closed. You cannot let emotional attachments pull you back into situations where your spirit was once drained. The healing has happened, the clarity has come, and now, dear one, you must walk like a liberated person. This requires constant awareness and discipline to maintain the positive change you have worked so hard to achieve. This is the key to not repeating the mistake. When they come knocking, do not open the door. Heaven has shown you what you needed to see. You are not responsible for changing them. You are only responsible for not allowing them to change you again. You have no obligation to fix them or give them another chance. Your duty now is to protect yourself. If you let them back in now, after all this divine work, you will not just be repeating a mistake. You will be rejecting your miracle. Consider keeping your distance from them as an act of protecting your blessings. Letting them back in is like inviting a thief into your home after you've just installed a new security system. It's pointless. Now is the time to get your voice back, to speak up, to stand tall, to say no, to set the boundary, to end the cycle, to release the shame, to choose peace, to prioritize purpose, to love yourself in the way they never did. This is the new manifesto for your life. Every decision you make from now on should be filtered through the question: does this bring me peace? Does this align with my purpose? Is this an act of self-love? You do not need a reason. You have alignment now. That is all the authority you need. You do not need to explain your boundaries to anyone. A simple no is enough. There will come a time after you have healed and become strong, when their presence will no longer shake you. Yes, they may come back. Yes, they may say everything you once prayed to hear. But by then, you will not be the same person. You will be healed, aligned, chosen, and inaccessible to anything that does not come with reverence. Their apology will come too late because you will no longer need it. Your new life has no room for people who loved you conditionally. Your next level requires your full presence, your full voice, your full light. And this time, you will not have to dim yourself to survive. You will shine and still be safe. You will speak truth and still be loved. You will grow and not be punished for it. Their presence will only be a reminder of how far you have come. The exposure of the snake and the liberation from its toxic influence is not just an ending. It is a grand beginning, a true rebirth. You are standing on the threshold of a completely new chapter in the book of your life. A chapter written by the hand of God Himself, where you not only recover what was lost, but also discover the true purpose and power you carry within. This is the moment for you to shed the identity of a victim, to move beyond the role of a survivor, and to fully embrace the legacy of a light worker, one chosen to break chains and bring light to the darkest places. After the mask is ripped off, nothing can hold you back, not their opinion, not their energy, not their silence, not their fake kindness. You have truly been set free. Michael's sword of truth has cut the final cord, the cord that bound you to a painful past. You are no longer the one who doubted your worth based on someone else's lies. You have crossed over into another frequency, a higher one that the snake cannot touch. Even if they try to attack you again, they're poisoned. Arrows will fly beneath you, unable to reach your new heights. Once the chain is broken, you cannot pretend you are still tied. You have tasted freedom, and you will never accept returning to prison. Prepare for a radical paradigm shift. Your life is no longer moving on a human timeline. You are operating under divine time. This means sudden acceleration, supernatural alignment, and miracles where there once was pain. You will wake up one day and realize you are no longer waiting to be rescued. Because you were chosen, this change does not come from the outside. It comes from an inner realization. There is no turning back now. You have crossed over into the part of your story where peace is no longer a struggle. It's a standard. Where love doesn't come with conditions, it comes with clarity. Where money isn't chased, it flows. Where spiritual protection isn't just prayed for, it is guaranteed. This is your new reality. Get used to it. The universe abhors a vacuum. When you remove toxic relationships, you are creating space for divine connections to enter. Archangel Michael reveals a beautiful secret. Heaven has already been speaking to the soul of someone new. Someone who does not need to be taught how to treat you. Someone who will not just want to stay, but will choose you every day without reminders, ultimatums, or tests. This person, whether a partner or a soulmate, was always part of your path, but they could not arrive. While your energy was still living in the past, they were waiting for you to be healed. They were waiting for you to be ready. The blessing was never denied, only delayed. Their arrival will be one of the first and sweetest blessings in your season of miracles. A living testament that you are worthy of a love that is genuine and respectful. Not just one person, but a whole new soul. Tribe is waiting for you. God is going to send you people who see you in a way they never did. These people will see your light, appreciate your strength, and genuinely celebrate your success. They will clap when you win, not because they have to, but because your joy brings them joy. They will cover you in prayer, not curse you with comparison. And they are coming soon. Open your heart to receive them. You will recognize them by the feeling of peace and upliftment you feel in their presence. You will no longer have to chase love, because love begins to find you where peace resides. This liberation is not just for your personal happiness. It is also preparation for a greater mission. Heaven has appointed you to bring light into places that have only known pain. Your experience, your resilience, and your healing have turned you into a beacon and dear one. This is not by accident. God did not choose someone stronger. He did not choose someone more qualified. He chose you because despite what they did, despite what they said, despite how many times you broke, you kept your heart open. You kept praying. You kept giving love. You kept believing in miracles. That kind of spirit cannot be ignored by heaven. It is the compassion forged in suffering that has made you the perfect healer for others. Your mission has an even grander scope. You are the one chosen to break the generational chains, the toxic patterns, the family curses, the cycles of abuse and betrayal that have been passed down through generations in your bloodline. They stop with you. And you have always been, even when you doubted yourself, especially then. You are the firewall, preventing the spread of darkness. You have been chosen to break every lie that has run through your bloodline. And from this moment forward, the snake is no longer part of your story. The story is yours now, and it starts right here and now. This is a great honor and a great responsibility. By healing yourself, you are healing your ancestors and your descendants. Your life now has a new meaning. You are no longer under spiritual attack. You are on divine assignment. What once came to destroy you has now become the foundation for your purpose. Every past trial was a training exercise, preparing you for a greater purpose, and nothing can stop you from fulfilling it. Michael sees your name written in sacred ink. He sees your heart tested in holy fire, and he knows you are not just a survivor. You are a vessel, a divine messenger, a breaker of spiritual chains, and now your time has come. What will you leave behind? Your legacy begins to be built today. Repeat your new identity every day. You walk free now, not as a victim, not as a survivor, but as a warrior of light. Never forget who you are. A victim is stuck in the past. A survivor is just trying to get by. But a light worker actively uses their light and power to create change. You are the one God chose. You are more powerful than you were ever told. This is the acknowledgement of your innate power and authority. The very thing the betrayer tried to hide from you and the world. This is the end of their control and the beginning of your legacy. Your life is yours now. You are the one holding the pen. You are the one writing the next chapters. You are fully responsible and have full authority to shape your future. Without the influence of negative forces, you will create the legacy you were born to make. That legacy could be a happy family, a successful career, a work of art, or simply the peace and light you spread to those around you. Your story has power. You are rising with a story that others will one day read as a testimony, because it was already written. Your journey from the depths of betrayal to the heights of liberation will become an inspiration and a living testament to the power of truth, faith, and divine justice. You are not just rising, but rising bigger than you would have If they had not tried to hold you down, this rising will not be silent. It will be a public testament, a story retold, inspiring others who are also trapped in darkness, showing them that liberation is entirely possible. Your legacy is the hope you give to others, as you stand at the dawn of your new life. As the blessings begin to flow and peace settles in your soul, Archangel Michael wishes to send you some final reminders. These are the compasses, the important maps for you to walk steadfastly on the radiant path ahead. Engrave these words to maintain your divine alignment, protect your energy, and fully embrace the coming season of miracles. This is not just the end of a painful cycle. It is the beginning of a new life, one filled with clarity, peace, and divine purpose. This message is a gift, but it will not automatically change everything if you do not cooperate. Faith without action is like a prayer unheard. This means that just believing in the message is not enough. You must live by it. You must take the next step. Do not dismiss this. Do not assume this is just another message. When heaven is handing you the final pieces so you can close the door for good, your action is to be still when it happens. Do not react. Observe. Action here is trust and non-interference in the universe's process of exposure. The next phase requires subtlety. It is time now to be still, not to run, not to fix, but to listen, because divine instructions are coming. These instructions will not come as loud voices, but as gentle urges from within. You may suddenly feel the urge to clean your house, to block someone's phone number, to write down your thoughts, to throw away a keepsake you have clung to for years. That is not a coincidence. It is divine prompting. Follow it. Each of these small actions is a step for you to purify your living space and your energy. Your path is clear now. You will not fall again. You will be guided every decision you make now, when made from a place of peace and alignment, will flow. You do not have to guess anymore. Just listen, trust, move. You do not have to walk this journey alone. If this message touched your soul, if your heart opened, if your spirit felt the warmth of heaven reaching down through the lines, then you are a part of something sacred. You are not an isolated individual going through this. You are a part of a sacred family, a soul tribe that is rising together in truth, light, and restoration. Know that there are thousands, millions of others around the world who are also awakening like you. This invisible connection will bring you strength. If this speaks to you and you are ready for more, stay close, because your story is not over. The spiritual journey is a continuous process. There are more messages waiting, more divine truths to unfold, and you were not meant to walk this path alone. You are encouraged to follow. Stay connected, not just for the content, but for the confirmation, for the protection, for the clarity, for the next message heaven sends through Archangel Michael and through those who carry the same light, connecting with a community, an information channel of the same frequency, will help you gain strength, be reminded of the truth, and be protected in a positive energy field. Because now that you have been found, heaven will never stop guiding. You use the power of words to seal this change. You are asked to say this out loud, to claim your alignment, to anchor this shift with a sacred promise that you will no longer ignore what your spirit now knows. Find a quiet place, breathe deeply, and speak these words with all your heart and soul. I accept the truth. I release the snake. I align with God's time. I walk in my power. I am chosen. I am protected. I am ready. These words are a new contract. You are signing with the universe. They are a declaration that you are abandoning your old role and embracing your new destiny. This is not just another chapter. It is the real story you were always meant to live. Never underestimate the power of affirmations. These declarations may seem simple, but they carry power, and heaven listens to them. Your angels just recorded them. The moment you utter them, your miracle timeline is now active, and what once delayed you will now accelerate you. Forward, say this in your room, in your car, under your breath. Let your spirit soak in the truth. Because you are no longer the one who doubted your worth based on someone else's lies. You are the one heaven chose to hear this. You are the one Michael fought for. You are the one whose future will make the snake wish they had never worn a mask in the first place. This is a final farewell to the past and a warm welcome to the future. The snake is gone. The truth is yours. The story is just beginning, and you, dear one, are finally free. The snake has been seen. Their hold is broken. Their plan has failed. You have crossed over. The snake is behind you. The angels are around you. The future is open at your feet. Believe this. You are not the same person who opened this message. You have been reborn. You are blessed. You are chosen. You are loved, and no one, not even the snake, can undo what heaven has revealed. This is the ultimate promise of protection from heaven. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Any attempt to harm you from now on will fail. And from this moment forward, the only thing that will shock you is how fast God blesses you once the lie has been removed. No curse, no lie, no enemy can stop what heaven has planned for you. Your next chapter will look nothing like your last. You are entering a season where you will no longer have to explain your worth. You will just walk into rooms and your spirit will speak for you. You will touch things and they will multiply. You will have dreams and they will begin to manifest in your real life. Because God does not just rescue, He restores. You have come this far, dear one. Do not look back now. Your miracle is not on its way. It is already here. What is coming will be so beautiful, so peaceful, so captivating you will forget what betrayal even feels like. Not because it wasn't painful, but because your healing will be bigger than your history. You are walking into a future your enemies cannot touch. This is not just a message. This is a miracle, and you are the one it was sent to. Your life will never be the same again. Not because someone else finally changed, but because you finally saw the truth. You have reached the end of this message, but this is the true starting point. The truth has been given to you. The sword of justice has been swung. The door to the season of miracles has been thrown wide open. Now, the only question that remains is, what will you do with it? Will you let this truth be just an interesting moment and then return to old habits, old fears, old limitations? Or will you grasp this truth with both hands, turn it into a guiding torch, and bravely step through that door, Declare your freedom. Stand up. Find a private space and read your declaration of liberation out loud. Let the universe hear your decision. Let the angels witness your rebirth. Write down the snake's name. Take a piece of paper. Write the name of the person who came to your mind. Then, consciously, burn or shred that piece of paper. This is a symbolic ritual for you to completely sever the final energetic link. Share this light. You are not the only one who needs to hear this message. Think of a friend, a relative who is also struggling in confusion and pain. Be brave and share this message with them. By becoming a channel for the light, you will amplify the miracle in your own life. Commit to yourself. Look in the mirror and make a promise to yourself. Promise that you will never allow anyone to dim your light again. Promise that you will prioritize your peace. Promise that you will live as the light worker you were always meant to be. The past is dead. The snake has been exposed. Your future is a blank page waiting to be written with the ink of miracles and truth. Do not hesitate. Do not waver. The first step into your new life begins. Now, comment "I am free" below to affirm your liberation and connect with the soul tribe of those who are rising with you. Thank you for listening to the sharing of divine wisdom, spiritual protection, and angelic guidance inspired by the Archangel Michael Says Daily channel. If you find it interesting, please subscribe and look forward to the next videos. Goodbye and see you again.